love the
coming
protest.
over and instigating.
I personally love the protest.
Right.
I would like to be out here helping, but unfortunately I have a job. All right, so I'm trying to mediate.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. All right, so there's new groups coming. Don't give them a hard time. They really don't know who's who at this point.
Okay.
Okay. We know that y'all not, and I just iterated that. So the communication's there.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be a communication barrier where anybody gets aggressive or upset at this point.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
When the exciters come back, y'all just need to distance yourselves from the exciters, because those people are not here to protest.
Right.
Those people are here to steal Gucci. They're here to steal products and put money in their pocket and sell stuff.
Yes.
That's what they're using this agenda for.
People who's raging against Trump, you know, the protests in America and all that. Are you one of those who's acting like, you know, Trump is the devil himself? If you are, you're a fucking moron, or you're a fucking crook. Because let's look at some realities here. The reality is, in Libya right now, there are slave markets where black men are bought and sold today as property. Today. Not 200 years ago, today. And it happened during Obama's presidency, and it happened when Hillary Clinton was the US Foreign Minister, which is the Secretary of State.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, I'm sure it did.
Did that bother you? Do you protest? Did any of these people burning and looting and protesting go burn anything then? Are you protesting the slave markets of Libya? No. How about concentration camps? You think Trump's a Nazi? There are concentration camps in China right now. Hundreds of thousands of Uyghur Muslim men are in concentration camps run by China. Are you protesting about the LGBT, the homosexuals who get thrown off buildings as sinners in the Middle East? No. Arab militias killed 300,000 blacks in Sudan not too long ago. Did that bother you? No. George Bush, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden sent America to a war built on a bunch of lies that ended up breaking the Middle East and ended up in the deaths of, what, maybe 1 million people? Did you protest? No. You guys are hypocrites.
Watching the scenes in London, I heard there was about 10 lads guarding that Churchill memorial, that Churchill statue, only for the police to come and remove them, to move them out the way, so that scumbags could deface it. Like, what is going on? What is going on when the police, who are meant to be there to protect statues, to prevent people desecrating them and defacing them, but instead they move the people who are there to protect them? You didn't enforce the law because there's too many people who aren't white, and you don't know what to do you?
Run, Piggy, run!
Because next Saturday, watch what you're going to have in London. You're going to have fucking thousands of men who ain't going to let them march through that city and smash the shit out of everything. And it's your fault, no one else's. You've done it. You've created it through your weak, bullshit, political policing.
Sam, you okay? You okay? Oh, come on! That's Thank you very much.
So we're going to do it unedited and see where we go. Obviously, forewarned there that these guys, well, they're used to being branded and insulted by the media, so you can understand the sentiment. Can you say a couple? I'm one of the good guys. I'm doing a blog about today about what motivated you to come along in support of Churchill.
No, not Churchill. See that cenotaph down there? That's more sacred than Rome to us as ex-servicemen.
You know what I mean?
That's been there for all our brothers that have died throughout the years, and how dare they desecrate that? Anything else? Crack on.
How do you feel about what's happening in the UK at the moment? The general, what we've seen in the
No one gave a shit when Chris Alder was murdered by the police in Humberside. A black man, a paratrooper, someone that served in the Falklands War. He was murdered. It's on Wikipedia. Have a look at him choking to death for 8.5 minutes in the custody suite, and then tell me that Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter. What about Yemen? What about Yemen? What about Nigeria?
There's a new world order kicking off at the moment. They got an agenda and it will carry on, and they want to cause whatever through any divide they can. If that is what they want to do, they'll crack on.
And when you watch it on the BBC, for example, how do you
I've
feel?
never come to anything like
What
this.
you've got with mainstream media. Mainstream media will portray us as far right.
We're not. I fought against fascists. I fought against Argentina and their Nazi government.
We're in the Falklands.
I was in the Falklands.
The problem you've got is mainstream media focus on the far right. You're not focusing on the far left that are hijacking a peaceful movement.
I was a member of the Labour Party until Tony Blair took over, and then, you know.
Came out this morning and said that there's two groups in this area today, and that's BLM and far right ring protests. That's not what's happening at all.
And war veterans.
Veterans are bang in the middle of that. We're not far
Veterans.
right. You know what I mean?
We're left. I've got a wife from Tanzania. So
Where have you come from today?
Sorry?
Where have you come from?
I live in Chelsea.
The problem you've got is we fought against injustice. We fought to uphold equality, and we're here because we feel that's being fucked over, basically. All right, you've got the BLM protesting peacefully, and we stand by that. But what we don't agree with is these far left arseholes hijacking a peaceful movement for their own political agenda.
The thing I don't get is that it seems they want to destroy everything from Penny Lane to Baden-Powell.
All the well, listen. Let's start taking down Rome and the pyramids, because that's the bottom line. Built by slaves, the pyramids and Rome.
Thank you, Alderman Carter. We'll go to Alderman Lopez and Tower Harold and Thompson. Alderman Lopez.
Thank you. You know, before we started this, we're having a conversation about what's going on in our neighborhoods, and it's heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching. But this is what I was trying to get at this morning, is that when downtown is in lockdown, our neighborhoods are next. And our failure to fully get ready for what's going on in the neighborhoods, we're seeing this destruction, and we're thinking that it's going to somehow end tonight. We have seen where in other cities this has gone on for days. And we need to come up with a better plan for days, at least for the next 5 days, to try and stabilize our communities. Right now, Mayor Back of the Yards in Brighton Park, from Halsted almost all the way through to Kedzie, along 47th Street, has been a virtual war zone. Ashland Avenue, which borders between me and Alderman Taylor, has had 400 people and 4 lanes of traffic almost for an hour. And we can't expect our police, and I don't fault them at all, to be able to control this. But I know that we asked our faith base yesterday to stand at the front line between police and looters and rioters. And I am simply not comfortable telling my churches, those people, to be the intermediary in the middle of a riot. that's citywide. We need something better, because right now we only have 370 whatever National Guards on standby. Half our neighborhoods are already obliterated. It's too late. We have to come up with a better plan, because my fear is once they're done looting and rioting and whatever's going to happen tonight, God help us, what happens when they start going after residents, going into the neighborhoods? Once they start trying to break down people's doors so they think they got something, or, we know that people are here to antagonize and incite, and you've got them all pumped today, they're not going to go to bed at 8 o'clock. They're going to turn their focus in the neighborhood. I've got gangbangers with AK-47s walking around right now, just waiting to settle some scores. What are we going to do, and what do we tell our residents other than good faith people stand up? It's not going to be enough.
Thank you, Alderman. Next question.
Well, no, I want an answer. You commented on everybody. I want an answer. It's not something you ignore. This is a question that I have.
I think you're 100% full of shit, is what I think. If you think
no offense, fuck you then.
Hold on.
Who are you to tell me I'm full of shit?
And if you think we were not ready and we stood by and let the neighborhood go up, there's nothing intelligent that I can say to you.
Well, maybe you should come out and see what's going on.
It's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. I understand you want to preen. I understand that you think that you...
Mayor, you need to check your fucking attitude. That's what you need to do. Right now, no. You need to check your attitude. Wait a minute. I'm being disrespectful. You just told me I'm full of shit. No. You're not, you cannot tell me I'm full of shit.
Everybody, come on, let's calm down.
Come on now, let's calm down.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Ray, cut it out, please. Calm down, please. We're all here. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Calm down.
My neighborhood.
Please calm down.
Let's go down. Thank you.
Right now, we need solutions. So people need solutions. Let's step up, right?
Yeah.
All hands on deck right now.
Right.
Bullshit.
All lives matter, I completely concur. Could you explain what motivated you to make the placard?
Yes, well, it's the most fundamental of values. But you say it now, you say someone says Black Lives Matter, and you say, well, all lives matter, and people get angry. They get furious, and they say, no, you're not allowed to say that. But it's quite clear that the people who are behind Black Lives Matter don't think all lives matter. They want to decide whose lives matter on a day-to-day basis as it suits their political agenda.
Absolutely agree. It seems like a huge step backwards to me from where we were to where we are now.
I'm a Christian, I'm a Democrat, I'm a lawyer. I think everybody should have equality before the law, one law for all people. It seemed they were moving towards a scene a couple of decades ago when everybody accepted this, and we've now thrown it all away, and now everybody wants to judge everybody else by what race they are.
Let's get on this geezer's camera.
Yes. I'll show it all unedited. Where have you come from?
I'm from Middlesbrough originally. He's from Portugal. But we know each other, we go to the same church.
Nice.
We're Christians.
You look very, I have to say, suited up.
Thank you. This is for Sir Winston, yeah. We wanted to come in our best gear for the #1 British hero.
He is, isn't he?
They covered his box up. Yeah, they covered him up. We came to protect him. The 1 week that we came to protect the statues is the week that Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, decided, let's cover up the statue. He might say it's for protection, but...
So tell me about what's your favourite thing? For example, he was an MP for 60 years.
Fucking 400 years
ago. Amazing life.
Yeah.
What do you love about Winston
Churchill? Look, this is the thing. You have to be, me. I'm a realist. Winston Churchill was not a perfect guy. Yeah, he had. His personal life is not why we've got a statue. Whatever he did in his spare time, whatever it was, we are not raised a statue for that. We raised the statue because he was the one who led our country against the #1 fascist and racist the world has ever seen, Adolf Hitler. And guess what? He won the war. He won the war. He led our country into winning that war. And that's why the statue is important to the British people. And that's why defacing that statue has sparked the rage in this nation. That's why all these people have come out. I didn't want to be a
here today. These people didn't want to be here today, but we came because our culture, our history, our heritage was disrespected, and there's no need for that. And guess what? The police didn't stop it. The politicians didn't stop it. They just allowed it to go. The mainstream media supported it like it was okay. It's not okay. You can't pull statues down. You can't pull statues down. You can't be going against our history and trying to rip it to pieces simply because it doesn't fit a narrative.
That's it. These are facts.
We need more people like you.
Thank you, brother. These are facts. It's not about
facts don't have feelings.
It's not about colours.
No, it's not about colour.
We all people. We all people.
No colour involved.
It's not about race, religion, or colour. It's just about what's right. How can you come into someone's country and rip apart? They're mashing it up. When they let you in and stuff and
give you a visa.
Exactly. Yeah, they let you in.
They come and spit on it.
It's just what's right. It's not about colour.
There's loads and loads of different colours.
My own people will be like, oh, you're black and you're there. But it's not about colours. It's about what's right.
That's the trouble. You'll get called betrayer.
Yeah, whatever. So I'm not entertain all that. Let them do it.
Yeah.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, I'm sure it did.
Then the second time I saw him was the March after that, so March 2017 in the White House. In both of those two meetings, he asked me if vaccines weren't a bad thing, because he was considering a commission to look into ill effects of vaccines, and somebody, his name is Robert Kennedy Jr., was advising him that vaccines were causing bad things, and I said, no, that's a dead end, that would be a bad thing, don't do that.